What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 54 and we start today's off with a brief look at the league table. As you can see, after Leipzig beat Frankfurt in the game before ours, they leveled with us on points with 5 games to go, but we still had the game in hand. So Leipzig did their job, they got the win, we remained ahead of them on goal difference. The first game of today's episode, Stuttgart away and Mercedes-Benz Arena on the back of our win against Fürth. As we know, 5 games to go, win all 5, we are Bundesliga champions. Easier said than done. So heading to the first game of today's episode, I knew for sure that with Leverkusen and Dortmund still mathematically having a chance to win the title. We talked about it for most of this season. Whenever I say 2-horse race, it then becomes a 3-horse race, and then it becomes a 2-horse race, then it becomes a 3-horse race. I do feel as though it will be us or Leipzig that win the championship this season, and we know if we're perfect to end the season, we will win the title. But there are some tough games to come. In fact, in our final 5 games, 4 of which are away days. Stuttgart are chasing a European place. We've still got to go to Bayern Munich. We've not beaten an entire series so far. Bochum and Mönchengladbach away, 2 of our big rivals, and then Hertha Berlin is our final home game of the season. So for the first of 5, Stuttgart away. This was a tough one here for a side chasing a European place. I did not want to slip up in our first of our final 5 games, and early on into the match, Robin Hack was just running this show. He reached double digits for the season, getting goals number 10 and 11, and he almost got an assist to go with his 2 goals as well. Joseph Brekalo denied. Great save the near post there, as we still led by 2. We've been in control for the first 25 minutes. Really, we should have been home and dry by this point. With Stuttgart, as we know, chasing European place, had a great chance to get back in the game. Brilliant dribbling by Orsolini here to take it around 2 players, and eventually at the far post, Stuttgart work their way inside and get back in the game. Deficit half, 3 goals in 25 minutes, and what a swing as well. Brekalo could have got us 3-0 up instead. We have our league cut from 2 to 1. But it was a brilliant first half for Naldo, you know, really end-to-end stuff. We'd been the far better team. There were loads and loads of chances, and in the 29th minute here, after Stuttgart clear away a shot, we keep the chance alive. Joseph Brekalo finds Florian Neuhaus, our club record signing, off to Robin Hack, going for that first hat-trick of the season. He was running the show in the first half. Great stop though, kept it at 2-1. So still leading by a goal at the break. Really though, at half-time, with the chances we had, we should have been home and dry. So in the second half, I knew for sure, my defense being my Achilles heel in this year's FIFA, just had to keep on attacking. I knew we'd find a goal to surely kill the game off. In the second half, we stayed in attack mode, restore our 2-goal cushion, and surely kick the stuffing out of Stuttgart, and we get it right after the break. Great save on Jamie Llewellyn, but it will direct straight to Theodor Hubner in on a free transfer this season, and the young right winger gets us our 3rd of the game. And you know, it was really one of those matches where you just kept on thinking, how have I not won this by now? Do you know what I mean? How am I not home and dry by now? But once we got the 3rd goal, and Hubner in the second half really started to come alive. Most of our play in the first half came down the left. We scored 2 goals with Robin Hack, so I thought in the second half, do you know what, we're getting joy down the flanks, let's try the opposite side. This time went down the right hand side for our 4th goal. Hubner bagging his brace to go alongside Robbins in the first half. 4-1, 3-goal cushion. And at that point, I was like, okay, we're going to get a win here. And the first of the 5 we'd need to be crowned champion. Stuttgart would get back in the game, though, make it 4-2, 66 minutes in. Milot with the finish. And they kept themselves in the game. It was just one of those games where, like, every single chance seemed as though the ball would find the back of the net. And late on, as we were still leading by 2, Stuttgart just did not give up. The Italian Orsolini offloading to Diatta down his right-hand side. Turns Benjamin Henrichs, crossed the ball into the centre, and De Angelis fires it past Stefan to make it 4-3. And I was thinking, if I let this slip from here, I will not forgive myself. Thankfully, the goal came a little bit too late. Once it did cut the gap from 3 to 1, we held on for the 3 points. You see the stats here come full time. Stuttgart scored with every single shot in the game. It's always so frustrating when that happens, but we held on for the win. That's the most important thing, and it does mean that whilst Leipzig did cut the gap to goal difference, we extend it and restore the gap to 3 with 4 games to go. So we know 4 wins and we will be crowned champions. Having said that, we could possibly do it with 3 wins in 4, but before our game against Bayern on this Sunday, we saw once again Leipzig played a day earlier than us, but we had Mainz to thank for taking points off Leipzig. They dropped points, they dropped 2 points, only managed to draw at home to Mainz, and that would mean we had a chance to extend the gap to 5 points if we could win this game here away against Bayern Munich with 3 games to go, and that would mean we only need 2 wins in our final 3 to be champions. So second game of today's episode, Bayern Munich, Allianz Arena. We have not beaten them since this series began, but if we ever had a chance, it was today. Bayern have had a shocking season. They're in mid-table. Even qualifying for Europe looks beyond them. Now, their throne is going to be passed over to either us or Leipzig. And if we could win this game, extend the gap to 5, I would say surely it's going to be our crown. So I started off with intensity. I started off in attack mode. I thought this has got to be the game where we finally beat Bayern. And 5 minutes in, we had the opener. 26 goals for Jamie Llewellyn, who's surely going to win the Golden Boot this season for the first time in the save. Makes it 1-0. And it just seems like the stars are aligned at this point. This was going to be our first win over Bayern, and it was going to be our championship to celebrate. Basically, at the final whistle, really, with the gap being so big. But, unfortunately, 24 minutes in, we would conceive a penalty. Joshua Wagnerman's clumsy challenge. Definite spot. He won the ball, but took a lot of the man down. Anthony Martial stands up to take it, and, oh my goodness gracious me, the former Red Devil with a brilliant penalty. And I often talk about AI on ultimate penalties when they're basically inch perfect. That one definitely was. Guessed the right way with Zach Steffen, but right in to the roof of the net. Great finish by the Frenchman from 12 yards. Bayern find their leveller. But in the first half, it was one of those games where there weren't actually that many chances, but the quality of chances were really good. And 6 minutes before the break, a great chance to restore our lead, which we would do so. Josip Brekalo sees Manuel Neuer coming out, ball rolls around the veteran German shot stopper, pops it in to the unguarded goal and restores our lead right before the break. We'd surrendered our lead, but we were back in front. Now, I was thinking about the game of the Stuttgart Arena in the first half of the season where Bayern scored that stoppage time leveller to stop us from winning for the first time all season long. So in this game, I felt as though my defence, despite conceding that penalty through Wagnerman, was a lot tighter. We had a chance to go 3-1 up right before the break. Hubner denied his third goal in 2 as we still led by the 1. And again, I thought I was defending quite well in this game. I was doing alright at keeping Bayern's high-powered offense at bay, but right after the restart, 5 minutes into the second half began, oh my goodness, is that Anthony Martial or Kylian Mbappe? Both French forwards, but that goal reminded me of Mbappe's versus Real Madrid in midweek. That was a sensational moment, one of the iconic moments in the young French forward's career already so far. That game winner in stoppage time versus Real Madrid, potentially his future team for next season. That was an incredible solo goal, wasn't it, after Neymar's back heel, but Martial dribbled around 2 players, found the back of the net, and Mbappe started to find the leveller, and thankfully, with a couple of minutes to go, well, we almost lost it at the death. Bayern smacking the woodwork, the frame of the goal rattling, but we held on for the point. 2 to the final score. You see the stats here. This is what I was talking about during the game. It was one of those matches where like there weren't that many chances, but the chances were really, really high quality. But we held on for the point, and I'll take it. Martial with a break, Llewellyn getting a goal for us, and also Brekalo as well. I'll take the points. It does mean, do I miss a chance to go 5 points clear, 3 games to go. The situation remains the same pre-weekend. As you can see, we're still 3 points clear of Leipzig and have a slightly better goal difference record. Dortmund and Leverkusen just refuse to give up though. Dortmund in 3rd place now, 6 points behind, Leverkusen 8 points behind. Listen, the chance of those two winning the title from here is very, very slim. But as I always say, mathematically, whilst there is still a chance, you can't rule it out because anything can happen in football. But we know for sure now it's probably going to be us or Leipzig. And after Dortmund drew 1-1, after Leipzig drew 2-2 away against Wolfsburg, once again, they played on the Saturday, we played on the Sunday, and we had the game in hand. And last weekend, after our draw at the Allianz Arena, we missed a chance to go 5 points clear. But here in matchday 32, our final game of the Stuttgart Arena this season, win this one, and we would indeed go 5 points clear with 2 games to go. And that will mean 1 win in our final 2 would see us crowned champions. Wolfsburg doing us a favour, Leipzig slipping up for the 2nd time in a row, only getting a draw. And sometimes when the FIFA gods are smiling on you, they really are giving you the good fortune. What's that old saying? Luck will balance itself out. We've had quite a bit of misfortune in this save, especially with the injuries, but 11 minutes into our final home game of this season. Oh, we will take it. Jamie Llewellyn's shot takes a massive deflection. Would it have gone in without it? I highly doubt it, but he does claim it. 27th goal of this season for surely the Golden Boot winner this year, and we take an early lead on Hertha Berlin. Win this game, go 5 points clear, and with Bochum and Mönchengladbach to come, surely one win in 2 will see us crowned champions. So I thought we missed a chance away against Bayern. Can't really be too critical on the players though. Despite Bayern having a poor season, they are still one of the strongest sides in Germany and have been the most dominant in the country for over a decade. But 20 minutes into this game here, we were 2-0 up on Hertha Berlin. Jamie Llewellyn bagged this brace early as we were leading by 2, and we had a chance to make it 3 25 minutes in. Robin Hack bearing down on goal, firing it wide. Staying in attack mode from the very first whistle as well. Even though we had those 2 goals and that early cushion, I continue to stay on the offensive and look for that 3rd goal. I can't defend, as we know, so I thought if we just get as many goals as possible, we'll surely wrap this game up before half time. Out of 8 minutes to go before the break, this was really cool here. Shot spilled, kept the chance alive, Hack's cross deflected, and Llewellyn, chasing the hat-trick, nods it across the face of the goal for Brekalo to get his 1st of the game. And an assist to go along with this brace as we went 3-0 up here at the Schuko. And in the second half, after I knocked the ball around, played possession football, there wasn't that many chances, but leading by 3, I knew we wouldn't let it slip from here. And it was so close to being a brilliant finale. Konstantin Schäfer running through 1-on-1. Would have loved to have got him a rare goal. Fired it just off target. But you see the fist pump come to full-time whistle. 3-0 on Hertha Berlin. Back to winning ways, and because of Leipzig's slip up the day before, we now go 5 points clear with 2 games to go. So with 2 games remaining in the season, the job is a simple one. But after we lost 2 of our final 3 games last season to bottle the title when we previously had an 8-point gap, I'm not going to celebrate until it's done. Our penultimate game of the season is away against our rivals Bochum, but they've already been relegated and have nothing to play for. If we win that game, we'll be crowned champions. Leipzig will need to win back-to-back. Even 2 draws in our final 2 games will see us crowned champions. But 1 win in our final 2 away against 2 of our main rivals, Bochum and Mönchengladbach. And for the first time ever, Arminia Bielefeld will be Bundesliga champions. Surely, I'm not going to bottle this. But that will end today's episode of the Bundesliga career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the championship like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the season finale, the final 2 games, as we try to be Bundesliga champions for the first time ever very soon.